everyone, it's Jonathan. Thanks so much for joining again for another edition of Palatable Provisions. Thank you also so much for all the love and support you guys have been sending and for watching our videos. We hope you're having as much fun watching them and maybe even practicing some of the recipes that we are doing when we're making them. So for today's creation, we are going to do a Greek chicken with orzo. And what I love about this recipe is that it uses the slow cooker, which makes it really easy. There's not a lot of steps, there's not a lot of prep, so it's kind of a set it and forget it type of thing. One thing, growing up, why I love this dish is my best friend, Stephanie, shout out to Stephanie, was Greek. She's also Italian, right? So two of my favorite food groups, right? Greek food and Italian food, I would always get when I would hang out with her and her family. So shout out to Stephanie and to all my Greeks and all my Italians back home in Rhode Island that I love. And I know specifically that Auntie Annie has been watching our videos and has been loving them. So a big shout out to Auntie Annie. Thank you so much for your support. So let's get right into it. It's a quick and easy recipe. So let's go over our ingredients. All right, for our ingredients, we're going to have 2 medium bell peppers. I used yellow and red, and we're going to cut those into thin strips. 1 cup of chopped red onion, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, 6 to 8 skinless chicken thighs. You can use boneless preferred. 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of dried rosemary. Now I didn't have any dried rosemary, but you can substitute thyme, savory, or tarragon. So we all know that I love flavor, and so does Mr. Wright over here. So I did a little bit of tarragon and a little bit of savory. We're also going to have 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, some black pepper, 8 ounces of uncooked orzo pasta. That's, if the box is 16 ounces, it's half the box. So you don't have to weigh anything, just half that box. 1/4 cup water. You're going to grate a lemon, and then you're also going to juice it, and then some feta cheese for topping, as well as some chopped fresh parsley. All right, now as we talked about, we're going to be using our slow cooker today. And I love the slow cooker, like I said, because it's sort of a set it and forget it. Now we're going to be using a 6-quart cooker today. So let's go ahead, I've got it plugged in. We're going to have all the directions throughout the video, and let's get started. We're going to heat oil in a large skillet over medium heat. We're going to brown the chicken on both sides. During this, we'll also make sure that we are using just a little bit of all of our seasonings on both sides of the chicken. Next, coat your slow cooker with a non-stick cooking spray, and then add your bell peppers and onions and mix them together. Next, take your browned chicken and transfer it from the skillet and lay it on top of your vegetables in the slow cooker. Make sure that your chicken is overlapped and sprinkle the remaining seasonings on top of all the chicken. All right, now that we've got everything assembled in our crock pot for now, we're gonna go ahead and cover it, and we're going to place it on a low heat for 5 to 6 hours or high heat for 3 hours. Now, transfer the chicken to a plate and set aside. Stir orzo, water, lemon peel, lemon juice, and salt and pepper into slow cooker. Take the reserved chicken and place on top of the mixture in the slow cooker. Turn slow cooker to high, cover, and cook for 30 minutes or until pasta is done. All right, well, we've come to the end of our crock pot journey. How exciting. So while we were setting and forgetting, I decided that I wanted to garnish our Greek chicken with orzo with some Kalamata olives and some fresh tzatziki. There'll be a link up above me for the tzatziki recipe and also at the end of the video. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to share our passion and love for both cooking food and great wine. So as they say in Greece, and forgive me if I say it wrong, Kalil Orexi. Bon